Bonjour chers étudiants et étudiantes. Moi c'est votre professeur de français, Monsieur Dixon, le grand monsieur. Aujourd'hui, on va parler des verbes pronominaux selon le document que je vous ai envoyé. Mais avant ça, on va faire un petit rappel à propos de ce qu'on a vu la semestre dernière. Permettez-moi de m'exprimer en anglais et comme ça, je crois, vous allez bien saisir ce que je suis en train de dire. First thing first, we talked about the verbs. Why do I always talk about verbs? The backbone of any language, especially this French language, is the verbs. We talked about verbs last semester and I told you how verbs are classified in French. We have first group verbs, second group verbs, and third group verbs. Today, le cours c'est français. La date, c'est le 7 mai 2020. Verbs. First group verbs, second group verbs, and third group verbs. What are first group verbs? And even before that, why is it important to understand the classification of verbs? That will help you to know how you're supposed to express yourself using the verb in question based on the conjugation and of course alongside the different tenses that we are going to talk about. Some of them we have discussed, like now the present simple tense, we have got immediate future tense, we have got the past tense which we are going to dwell on this semester, and of course you also have the past present tense and even other tenses like now the past continuous tense. Verbs are very crucial because the backbone of this language is the verbs. The more verbs you master, the easier this language will be to you, because I don't think why you cannot express yourself so long as you master the verbs in French. You will understand what someone is trying to say, and by that communication will be taking place. Now, first group verbs. Premier group. Now, the verbs which fall under this category, le premier group or first group verbs, we say that these are verbs ending in er, or, les verbes qui terminent en or. Now, er verbs, we also call them er verbs because they end in er. That is a point you need to take into consideration. Now, again, under the same verbs, we say that all verbs ending in er are first group verbs. All verbs ending in er are first group verbs. Now, example of these verbs I call first group verbs is the verb parler. Parler, the verb to speak, parler, parler. I hope you remember the introductory part of this language where I did explain what determines how you're supposed to read a word in French, and I hope as good students as you've been, that is something of the past, and I think that is in order. Now, parler is to speak. Why am I saying it's a first group verb? Remember, we have just said that first group verbs are verbs ending in er. So we say the verb parler, to speak. To speak. Parler is to speak. Now, I just mentioned earlier that all verbs ending in er are first group verbs except the verb aller. Now, all verbs ending in er fall under first group except this verb. Another point you need to take into consideration or to note is that all first group verbs are regular verbs. Regularity comes on the conjugation, how they're supposed to be conjugated. Now, when we talk about conjugation, is applying the verb. Like the verb now to eat is the verb in the infinitive form. But when you say I eat or I'm eating, or I ate, or I will eat, that one you are now applying the verb. Now, they have similarities when it comes to their conjugation, meaning they are conjugated the same way. That's why I'm saying they are regular verbs. Now, why am I saying that the verb aller does not fall under this group? We are going to see that just in a moment. So we have the verb parler, and again, there's a document you have at your disposal, which I gave you on the verbs, whether first group, second group verbs, and third group verbs. Now, remember that I've just picked one verb, the verb parler, which is to speak. We have got other verbs, like the verb manger, to eat, the verb admirer, to admire, the verb attirer, to attract, the verb trouver, to find, the verb chercher, to look for or to search, the verb briller, to shine. We have got the verb voyager, to travel, the verb traverser, to cross, the verb visiter, to visit, of course the verb essuyer, to wipe, we have the verb donner, to give, we have got the verb respirer, to breathe, we have got the verb préparer, to prepare, we have got the verb, for example, acheter, to buy, compléter, to complete, we have got the verb, for example, attirer, to attract, we have got the verb fermer, to close, porter, to wear or to carry, among many other verbs, like the verb, for example, arranger, to arrange, juger, to judge. We have the verb commencer, to commence or to start, avancer, to advance or to make progress, étudier, to study, like what you are doing now, étudier, to study, étudier, the noun étude, étudier, to study. We have got the verbs, so many verbs are there. And of course, if you refer to the document I'm talking about, you're going to find all those verbs. Now, first group verbs, conjugation. Now applying the verb in the present simple tense. What is happening now? Now, I want to say I speak French. We have what we call the subject pronouns. So the first person singular is je, I. Celui qui parle, monsieur, je. Je. So the verb parler, remember the rule when it comes to the conjugation of these verbs. I did say that these verbs are regular verbs. Now, why did I say that they are regular verbs? We need to prove that, not just by the word or mouth, but with evidence. Now, parler is to speak. Now, these verbs, first group verbs, they are indeed regular verbs. Have a look. Now, the conjugation of all first group verbs in the present simple tense, they drop the ER in the infinitive form to form a stem, le radical en français. To that stem, we are supposed to add particular endings based on the subject pronoun or the noun. Now, the verb parler, you drop that ER, you remain with that as the stem. To that stem, the endings will vary as per the noun or the pronoun. In this case, we talk about the pronoun sujet. Le pronom sujet, the subject pronoun, one of them, the first person singular, celui qui parle, is je. Now, why did I say they are regular verbs? They have a common stem across all the persons. So this stem will be the same in all pronouns or the nouns. The only thing which is going to change is the ending based on the subject pronoun or the noun. Take note of that. Now, je, the stem, is the same. Je parle, you add letter E. All first group verbs, you add letter E to the subject pronoun je. Je parle, I speak or I'm speaking. For example, how do you say, I speak French? Je parle français. Je parle swahili. Je parle espagnol. Je parle russe. Je parle kikuyu. In the introduction, for example, you introduce yourself, je m'appelle Monsieur Dixon, ou je m'appelle Dixon, je parle français, je parle français. Remember, in the negation of the same, you say, je ne parle pas français. Someone comes, address himself or herself to you in a language you don't understand. So you just say, excusez-moi, madame, ou excusez-moi, mademoiselle, ou excusez-moi, monsieur, je ne parle pas kikuyu, je ne parle pas espagnol, je ne parle pas anglais. Ou bien, je parle un peu anglais. Je parle un peu espagnol. Je parle un peu Kamba. I speak a little of those languages I've mentioned. The verb parler, to speak. Tu, second person singular, the person you are addressing familiar. The stem is still the same. You add es, pronounce the same. Tu parles. So, for example, you want to interrogate someone, which we talked about, l'interrogation en français, interroger quelqu'un to ask someone a question. Excusez-moi, est-ce que tu parles français? Excuse-moi, mademoiselle, est-ce que tu parles français? Do you speak French? So the response, you can say, oui, je parle français. Ou, non, je ne parle pas français. Ou, je parle un peu français. I speak a little. Tu parles avec Marc. Tu parles avec moi. Tu parles avec Monsieur Dixon. Tu parles avec ton père au téléphone. Je parle avec mon père au téléphone. Est-ce que tu parles avec ton père au téléphone? Are you speaking with your father on the phone? Non, monsieur. Je ne parle pas avec mon père. Je parle avec ma mère. Ou bien, je parle avec mon frère. Ou bien, je parle avec ma soeur. Ou bien, je parle avec mon ami. Ou bien, je parle avec mon camarade de classe, my classmate. Ou bien, je parle avec Madame Ettori, mon professeur de français à Zitec. Ou bien, je parle avec Madame Alice. Ou bien, je parle avec Monsieur Charles. Parler, to speak, take note. Third person, when you can introduce a noun, name of someone. Il, he, elle. Remember, il is he, elle is she, taking the same conjugation, so the stem is still the same. You add letter E. Il parle français, he speaks French, or is speaking. Charles parle français. Charles parle espagnol. Charles, ou bien Monsieur Charles, parle allemand. Mr. Charles speaks German. Bien sûr, il parle allemand. Et il parle aussi un peu français. Monsieur Charles parle un peu français. Mademoiselle Valérie, pour confirmer ça, Monsieur Charles parle un peu français. Il parle français. Nous, you and me, nous, we. Stem the same, you add ONS. Nous parlons français à la maison. Nous parlons français avec Monsieur Charles. Nous parlons français avec Madame Ettori. Nous parlons français toujours en classe. Parlons, nous, you, and me. So we. Nous parlons français. Nous parlons français. Chez nous, we speak French. At our home, nous parlons français. Moi et mes enfants, moi et mes enfants, nous parlons français. Bien sûr, nous parlons français. Nous parlons français en classe avec Monsieur Dixon. À Zitec Université, nous parlons français avec nos étudiants et étudiantes. Nous parlons toujours français. C'est bien de parler français. C'est une langue vraiment merveilleuse. Il faut parler français. Il faut que tu t'exprimes en français. Vous, polite, you. Stem the same. You add iz. Vous parlez. Excusez-moi, monsieur. Est-ce que vous parlez français? Un client français, un client congolais ou congolaise, un client ou une cliente française vient à la réception. Vous travaillez dans un hôtel de 5 étoiles comme un réceptionniste. et un client français se présente devant vous. Alors, la cliente ou le client vous pose une question. Excusez-moi, mademoiselle, est-ce que vous parlez français? Est-ce que vous parlez français? Do you speak French? La réponse, c'est oui. Je parle français, monsieur. Je parle français, monsieur. Parlez lentement parce que je parle un peu. Speak slowly because I understand a little. Je parle français. Non, monsieur, je ne parle pas français. Ou bien, oui, monsieur, mais je parle un peu. C'est important de noter ça. Alors, vous parlez français. Il, le troisième personne plurielle, they. Stem the same, you add E and T. Remember what I told you as far as the pronunciation of the first group verbs once they're conjugated is concerned. Now, this first person, the verb is pronounced the same, parler. From the verb parler, we say je parle. Second person, same parle. Third person, parle. Now, the pronunciation changes only in the no and who. So we say parlons, we say parler. Third person pronounced the same as the first three, parle. Any first group verb is pronounced the same when it comes to the conjugation. So, je parle français. Tu parles français, you speak. Il parle français, he speaks. Adrian parle français. Adrian parle français. Il parle français. Monsieur Kemboy parle français. Il parle français. Madame Ettori parle français. Elle parle. Madame Ettori. Le pronom sujet qui peut remplacer le nom Ettori ou bien Madame Ettori, pardon, c'est elle. Elle parle français. Qui parle français? Madame Ettori. Ça veut dire que le troisième personne singulière, on peut introduire le nom. We can introduce a noun. Elle is a noun feminine. Il, you introduce a noun masculine. Il parle français. Qui? Monsieur Dixon parle français. Alors, il parle français. Third person plural. Le troisième personne plurielle. On peut introduire un groupe nominal. A group of nouns. Now, Monsieur Charles et Madame Ettori parle français. I have two names, so in that case, we introduce a conjugation in the third person because I will introduce how many people? Two. Les touristes parlent français avec la réceptionniste. Les touristes, more than one tourist. Les touristes parlent français avec la réceptionniste de l'hôtel Sarova Stanley. Les étudiants, students, les étudiants parlent français. Les étudiants parlent français. Les professeurs, professeur, les professeurs ensemble, les professeurs parlent français avec leurs étudiants. The lecturers are speaking French with their students. Les étudiants parlent français en classe. Les étudiants de Zitec parlent français avec Monsieur Dixon, toujours. Il parle français, elle parle français. Yvette et Brian parlent français. Ils parlent français très bien. They speak French very well. Yvette est mon étudiante. Elle parle français. Valérie est mon étudiante. Elle parle français. Brian est mon étudiant. Il parle français. Il parle qui? Brian. Yvette, elle parle. Yvette, elle. Brian, il. Il faut se rappeler de ça. Okay? So that is as far as the conjugation of first group verbs are concerned. Now, when you take another verb The verb, for example, talk of the verb chercher, to search or to look for. Chercher. So, chercher, cherche. Remember, parler, parle. Chercher, cherche. Je cherche Monsieur Dixon. Je cherche Monsieur Dixon. You come at the staff room and then you find my dear colleagues and you can't locate me. So you first excuse yourself. Excusez-moi, madame, ou bien excusez-moi, monsieur, ou bien excusez-moi, mesdames et messieurs, because you are seeking for attention. Je cherche Monsieur Dixon. I'm looking for Mr. Dixon. Of course, when you are addressing someone who understands French. So, excusez-moi, je cherche Monsieur Dixon. I'm looking for Mr. Dixon. So, chercher, cherche. The verb admire. Remember we talked about special group of verbs and the first group beginning with the vowel or silent H. Remember what I told you. The first thing you need to remember is that je becomes J apostrophe. Je becomes J apostrophe. So we say j'admire. I admire. J'admire les étudiants de Zitec. I admire Zitec students. J'admire. I admire. Ah, j'admire votre président. Ah, j'admire votre professeur de français. Il est gentil. Il est courageux. Il est intelligent. Il est adorable. Ah, j'admire vos étudiants. I admire your students. Oui, bien sûr, nous avons les étudiants vraiment merveilleux, intelligents et respectueux. Respectful. Oui, nos étudiants. J'admire notre université. J'admire notre université. I admire our university. J'admire. Admirer. J'admire. Remember, admirer, admire. Parler, parle. Chercher, cherche. Trouver, what? Trouve. Donner, donne. Écouter, écoute. Manger, mange. Voyager, voyage. Coucher, couche. Attirer, attire. Visiter, visite. Enseigner, enseigne. Étudier, étudie. Préparer, prépare. Arriver, arrive. Marcher, marche. Montrer, montre. D'accord? Together we? Are we together? That is. Don't mind me. Now, verbs are very important. Ladies and gentlemen, take your time, master verbs, and one day you will thank Zitec University, if not Mr. Dixon, because I believe this language, in one way or another, will always be a plus to you. So have the right attitude, and of course, nothing will go in vain. Where you spend a coin, where you spend your energy, God will always be with you. And of course, I believe all shall be well. Let us continue. Now, under the first group verbs, again, just have said, like I've said, sorry, that we have got some verbs beginning with the vowel where we have got majority of the verbs still conjugated the same, endings are the same, but remember what is changing. Je becomes je apostrophe, we say, ah, j'admire. Okay, j'admire, I admire. And of course, remember the same category in the plural form, that is the nous, vous, il, elle, because the ending is s, a sound z is heard in the spoken French. Remember that very well. A sound z is produced in spoken French, unlike in written French. For example, I said j'admire. Now, tu admires. Es. Il, elle, on admire. Nous admirons. Here, S, nous admirons. Z, nous admirons nos professeurs. We admire our lecturers. Of course, I know you do that. It is not a crime to admire someone in French, of course. Nous admirons Monsieur Dixon. Nous admirons notre pays. Nous admirons l'hôtel. Nous admirons les éléphants. Nous admirons les lions, nos animaux sauvages, our wild animals. Les paysages, sceneries. Les montagnes, mountains. Les îles, hills. Admirer quelque chose, admirer quelqu'un. To admire something or to admire someone. Vous admirez. Is il, elle, admirer. Pardon my handwriting, but the most important thing is getting the concept. So, j'admire, tu admires, il, elle, on admire, Paul admire, Jacqueline admire, nous admirons, vous admirez, il, elle, admire. So, that is as far as the verbs beginning with the vowel or silent H is concerned. Like now, the verb habiter to stay. J'habite à Ruiru, tu habites, il habite, elle habite, nous habitons, vous habitez, il, elle, habite. Now, again, under first group verbs, we talked about special group of verbs, verbs ending in G-E-R, G-E-R, and C-E-R. We say that these verbs are special in that attention must be paid in the new form because in the new, they retain letter E after letter G in the new form, and we say that that is done to create a smooth sound of letter G. Revisit your notes on that. Like the verb manger, the verb arranger, the verb partager, the verb juger, etc. Then we have got another group of verbs under still first group ending in CER. Remember the only consonant with a punctuation mark under it, and we talked about this when we talked about the alphabet in French, is letter C. Remember they take the D under letter C to create a smooth S sound, and that one only happens in the new form. So ladies and gentlemen, I think I'm done with the first group verbs as far as the conjugation is concerned. Please take note of the document. You have the doc 2. I know all of you have it. Please make an effort of using that document because it will really help you to master this language. And I believe if you do that as a serious student as you've been, all shall be well as we proceed with this language. Remember, the language you did semester 1, French 1, French 2, they are very, very important as now we progress to French 3. And that's why I'm taking my time at least to help you connect with what we are just about to discover today as we talk about still French as far as the verbs are concerned. Very fast, we talk about the second group verbs. Second group verbs are verbs ending in IR, and again remember we say that not all verbs ending in IR are second group verbs. So what do you need to know, or what do you need to do? You need to master the second group verbs so that you don't confuse them with the third group verbs which have got the same ending just like the second group verbs. So again, just like first group verbs, second group verbs are regular verbs. They are regular verbs, meaning that they have uniformity when it comes to the conjugation. The only thing which is going to change, is just the endings. So just like I've said, they have a common stem or a common base, just like the first group verbs. And remember I've said they are verbs ending in IR. So what does that tells you? Ending in IR, it simply means that what you need to do is that you drop the IR, whatever remains is the stem. For example, a verb I admire most, and you all know this, is the verb réussir. To succeed. I'm happy when I see someone making it in life, and I'll be very happy when I see you people making it in life through our wonderful university, ZTech University, for providing you this platform to continue with your studies online when most people have given up. So I encourage you again to come on board so that we do this as we always do it. As you can see, learning can be very interesting even online. Thank you for choosing or making a decision to continue with your studies, because nothing will go in vain, and one day we will celebrate together. Thank you. Now, réussir is to succeed. Now, this verb is ending in IR. So how do you conjugate second group verbs? Simple. You drop the IR, which is the ending, just like we drop the ER in the first group verbs, and then we add the endings based on the stem or based on the subject pronoun, sorry. So first person you add ES, allow me to pronounce that in French, ES second person, ET third person or IT, then EWS ONS, EWS EZ, then EWSONT. Ils sont, is. That is the how you're supposed to pronounce it. Meaning the first three persons, the S and T are silent. Here the ONS, the Z, the ENT are silent. That say, ils sont, c'est. Sont, c'est. Ils sont, c'est, is. Now, conjugate this verb. Je réussis. I succeed. Tu réussis. Meaning all second group verbs, the conjugation of the first person, second person are the same. Then, il, elle réussit. Nous, stem, then you add IWSONS. Nous réussissons. We are making it. We are succeeding. We succeed. Vous réussissez. Il, elle réussissent. Now, just a minute. I've just remembered, I said that all verbs ending in ER are first group verb except the verb aller, of which we did conjugate. So, for example, the verb aller, we say, first part we say vais, je vais. Of course, remember the subject pronoun. Je vais, tu vas, il, elle va, nous allons, vous allez, then il, elle vont. Sorry for that. Now, how do you say I'm going to succeed? I'm going to make it. Je vais réussir. Of course, you are going to succeed. Nous allons réussir. Même pendant cette pandémie mondiale, during this worldwide pandemic, nous allons réussir. Nous allons réussir. We are going to succeed. We are going to make it. Non, chers étudiants et étudiantes, vous allez réussir. Croyez-moi, believe me, vous allez réussir. You are going to succeed. Je vais réussir. Je réussir à parler français. I succeed to speak French. Of course, you will. Okay? So, that is as far as the conjugation of the first group verb, the second group verbs are concerned. Of course, this tense, we are going to meet it next semester when we talk about what we call futur proche, immediate future tense. An event in the future which is likely to take place at any moment from the time one is speaking. I'm going to eat. And again, we'll talk about future tense, I will eat. Remember, this semester, we have a tense like passé composé. I can't wait to talk about that tense. Past tense, passé composé. What did you do yesterday? Last week? Last year? When you were in Form 1, etc. Or when you joined ZTEC. So it is behind you. We are going to learn how do you express that in the past. A very, very interesting tense awaiting for you, lovely students. And when we reach there, we shall see how to tackle that. Of course, we'll do it as we always do. Okay. Now, I hope I've reminded you, and now you are up to date as far as the verbs are concerned. Now, I want to give you just around 3 minutes. You try to remember some second group verbs, and again, as you remember, don't remember this because I've reminded you, I want you to try to conjugate this verb here, the verb choisir. Choisir. Conjugate that verb as Monsieur take a small break just to have a glass of water. Thank you so much for listening. I'm here and I'll be back right after the break. Thank you. Chers étudiants et étudiantes, je suis de retour. Now, I want to jump, if you allow me, I will remind you about the conjugation of third group verbs in our next lesson as we interact online one-on-one. Because remember, our wonderful platform allows us to do that. So please hold that thought. We'll talk about this as time goes by. So bear with me. Now, I want to introduce the first topic of this semester, the May-August semester, where you chose to continue your studies when others just chose maybe just to mourn because of the COVID-19. So let us talk about the pronominal verbs or reflexive verbs. En français, on dit le verbe pronominal. Pronominal verbs. Why are we saying pronominal verbs? And why are these verbs special? And what's the difference between these verbs and the other verbs we have been talking about? Remember, they still fall under different categories when it comes to classification. First group, second group, third group. But we have never talked about these verbs before. Pronominal verbs, pronominal, pronoun. These are verbs which are accompanied by a pronoun. Based on the document I gave you, which is well explained even in English, I'm just here to, just help you connect or understand that document. And that is my role as your lecturer. So let's do it. Now, pronominal verbs, a pronoun, remember we are talking about the subject pronouns. So we have got different forms of pronouns we are going to learn as time goes by, especially in French 4. But for now, pronominal verbs, they are verbs which are accompanied with what? A pronoun. So this pronoun changes as per the subject. Subject, when I talk about the subject, that is the je, tu, il, elle, on, nous, vous, il, elle. Le verbe pronominal. Le verbe pronominal, pronominal verbs or reflexive verbs. This is what I want you to pay attention to. Les verbes pronominaux. Quels sont les verbes pronominaux? What are the examples of these verbs? We are going to talk about that. Of course, you have that in the document which is before you at your disposal. I know some of you, as I know you are very serious students, you've gone through that. Now, les verbes pronominaux, we want to just conjugate a few of them. Then, when time allows next time, when we interact online, I'm going to explain further on the same. Now, these verbs are accompanied with the pronoun. Now, pronominal verbs, I said, reflect action, reflected back. So, for example, you are the subject and the object at the same time. Now, take, for example, the verb préparer. Préparer is a first group verb. Préparer is to prepare. Prepare something or someone. You are doing it on behalf of someone, right? Préparer, je prépare le dîner pour ma famille. I'm preparing dinner for my family. You are doing it for the family. Je prépare mon fils pour aller à l'école. I'm preparing my son to go to school. Je prépare mon bébé. I'm preparing my baby, my kid. Je prépare ma fille. I'm preparing my daughter. Je prépare. I'm doing it on behalf of that. Now, take note of this. Pay attention here. Now, when this verb, of course, not all verbs behave the same, but we have got the verbs which can behave as either the normal verbs or pronominal verbs. So we say se. You see this? Se préparer. Se préparer, to prepare oneself. You are doing it for yourself. Se préparer. Se préparer. I prepare myself. The verb se blesser. To hurt oneself. To hurt oneself. We have the verb se laver. Se laver, to wash. We have the verb se coucher. To take oneself to bed. When ndio unajipeleka kitandani, okay? Allow me to say that. You are taking yourself to bed. We have got the verb se doucher. Se doucher is to take a shower. Se lever. I said se lever is to wake up. To wake up, you see, there's a difference between waking up. You can wake up and you're still on bed. Now, se lever is to take yourself out from the bed. But now we have got se réveiller. Se réveiller is now to wake up. Your eyes are open, you are asleep. Se réveiller. We have the verb s'endormir. S'endormir. From the verb dormir. S'endormir. S'endormir is to fall asleep. Something can make you fall asleep. Someone can make you fall asleep. We have which verb? S'habiller. S'habiller is to dress oneself. You can dress someone like a kid. You dress the kid, or your daughter, or your son, or your sister, or you are also when someone is sick. Now, s'habiller is to, you are putting on your clothes yourself. No one is doing it on your behalf. Remember, I've said that this one, you are doing it on behalf of someone, but now, because you see, all these verbs can also stand without what? Without the pronoun. That's why they're called pronominal verbs. So when you say prepare is to prepare, blesser is to hurt, laver is to wash, coucher is to sleep, doucher is to shower, lever is to rise, also stand up, réveiller is to wake up, dormir is to sleep, habiller is to dress. So you see, when you don't have the pronoun, then this verb becomes just the normal verbs. But now you see, this pronoun accompanying them is what makes them to be called what? Pronominal verbs. Now, let me just conjugate one and then we'll call it a day. Now, take the verb, for example. Which one should I conjugate? Let me conjugate the verb se préparer. Now, I want you to take note, and that is where you need to pay attention. I want to take note of how that pronoun is changing as per the subject pronoun. Je se become me prépare. Je me prépare, I'm preparing myself. Je me prépare pour aller à l'école. I'm preparing myself to go to school. Je me prépare pour mes examens. I'm preparing myself. Najitayarisha. Naji. You get that? I know I'm not good at Swahili, but I've tried. I'm preparing myself to go to class. I'm preparing myself to go to work. Je me prépare pour aller au travail. Je me prépare pour la fête. I'm preparing myself for the party. Je me prépare. Je me prépare pour continuer avec mes études. I'm preparing myself to continue with my studies, like you did. Je me prépare. Me. Tu me become tu. Then prépare. Ending es. Tu te prépares. Tu te prépares, tu vas où? You are preparing yourself. Where are you going to? Someone is concerned. Huh? Tu te prépares. Tu te prépares bien. You are preparing yourself well. Tu te prépares bien pour les cours en ligne. You are preparing yourself well for the online classes. Bravo. Il, elle, on, now, se prépare. Il se prépare. Paul se prépare pour le cours de français. Paul is preparing himself for French class. Monsieur Dixon se prépare pour la leçon de français. Jacqueline se prépare pour le cours de gestion hôtelière. Nous, ce become nous, repetition, préparons. Nous nous préparons, we're preparing ourselves. Nous nous préparons pour le cours de français. Bien sûr, il faut que vous préparez bien. Nous nous préparons, vous, pronoun become vous, préparez. Vous préparez, you are preparing yourselves. Then last, elle se prépare. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you see here, it's just the way we conjugated the verb prepare in the present simple tense. Now, I want you to take note of this pronoun. I hope you can see this pronoun here. This is what you need to master. The normal subject pronouns, then the pronoun accompanying these verbs. Therefore, we talked about what? Pronominal verbs. So, like now we take the verb blesser, so se blesser